Are you aware that monarch butterflies are rapidly dying out? Danis plexipus, or also known as monarch butterflies, are best known for their 3,000-mile migration flight every winter. They have a wingspan of about 3.5 to 4 inches. They produce 4 generations in one summer and live 2 to 6 weeks. They are considered pollinators. However, in 1990, 90% of the monarchs died. The population numbers went from 1 billion to 35 million, according to Environmental Washington. Monarch's main source of food is milkweed. Milkweed and monarchs have a symbiotic relationship. Milkweed contains a toxin called cardinalide, which monarch caterpillars eat to ward off predators. Cardinalide has cardiac arresting properties, but monarchs in return pollinate it and lay eggs on it. However, milkweed is being killed off by herbicide, which kills off any plants other than genetically engineered plants. Greenpeace International Science Unit is trying to introduce the idea that genetically engineered herbicide-tolerant cash crops kill other farmland plants, including milkweed.
So why are monarchs declining? Well, you probably have lots of negative things or thoughts about GMOs yourself, but I have some negative things to think about GMOs because GMOs are genetically modified organisms, and this applies to glyphosate-tolerant corn and soybeans, Roundup-ready corn and soybeans. These are called herbicide-tolerant plants. And if I were to tell you what's really coming down the pike in terms of herbicide-tolerant plants, you would be kind of astounded because there's a lot of things that are in the pipeline in terms of how they're genetically manipulating plants.
The supporters would say that herbicide-tolerant plants and GMOs are hugely important to our rapidly growing population. Milkweed is just a weed in a field where we could be planting food for our survival. However, herbicide is not the only reason monarchs are being killed. Monarchs' habitats are being cut down by illegal loggers in Mexico. They would inhabit 45 acres in past year, but reduced to 1.64 acres in 2014. But don't worry, in 1986, Mexico created the Monarch Butterfly Biosphere Reserve, which protects 62 acres of forest in Sierra Madres, and it expanded in 2000 to 217 acres. If not protected, monarchs could go extinct. 35% of global food production depends on pollinators, according to the South Africa National Biodiversity Institute. They go on to say that pollinators provide 1 out of every 3 bites of food you eat. However, we can also do our job to protect monarchs. We can plant milkweed and nectar plants, create a monarch way station, avoid pesticides, and spread the word about the crisis. So, I'm sitting outside waiting for a singular butterfly to cross my path. I don't even care if it's a monarch at this point. I'm waiting for one butterfly to cross my path. I watched a bird dive bomb into a bush. I realized I'm still deathly scared of bees and them stinging me. My allergies are acting up. And every single time I pull up my phone to catch a video of said butterfly, the said butterfly flies away before I hit record. I hate nature. I can't find any butterflies because they're dead.